Now in this lecture we are going to discuss about curating the content for your blog. What do we mean by curating the content? You might not be having all the information that you need to share in regards with the topic that you are going to write about, right? So you need to adapt to your information, right? And to adapt to your information, you must have some information. Now you cannot go all day long searching on internet and reading the articles, right? So you need not read all the articles that you find in relation to your particular niche or the topic of blog that you have selected. So let me tell you how you can curate the content. First thing you have to do is you have to download an application known as Pocket. Pocket is an application where you can save the blogs that are of interest to you, right? So for example, as you start searching for blogs, we know the power of SEO, right? As you start searching for a topic, you will get suggestions of the topic in various ways. You can get suggestions of the topic in Twitter, in Facebook, in Instagram, in any social media you are coming across. And the moment you are surfing through the feed in the Facebook or the feed in the Twitter, you come across an article that is of similar interest that you are willing to write about. But you do not have time to read it right at that time. So you can add it to the Pocket, right? Pocket is an application in mobile also, and it is a page where you can save any article for reading at a later time, right? So the first thing you are going to do is download the Pocket. Now how you are going to actually take out the content, right? So curating the content in a faster way, how you are going to do that? So the first thing is you are going to do is discover, right? The first thing you are going to do is you are going to discover the topics that are related to the one that you are willing to write about. So be very specific that you are lifting only those topics which closely correlate to your selected topic or shortlisted topic. Second thing you are going to do is you are going to read that article, fine, and find out the correlation of your thoughts with the thoughts being shared in this. And the third thing you are going to do is write it down, right? So first you are going to discover the content. Second, you are going to read the content. Third, you are going to write the content. Now, where to discover the content? You can discover the content on various newsletters. You can discover them from the newspapers. You can discover them from magazines. You can discover them from posts in Facebook. You can discover them on posts on Instagram. You can discover the topics from an infographic from a Pinterest. You can discover it on Tumblr. You can discover it anywhere. You can even discover it on a vlog where somebody is speaking about your topic. The moment you put the topic into your search engine and you put the you press the enter button, it is going to give you all the list of the things where the topic is being discussed. So just try to discover the absolute. Remember the niche. Remember under your niche the topic, and then you have to discover by reading any of the articles right from starting whether they are discussing something that is related to your point. If it is not, do not waste your time in reading the article completely. Shut it down, go to the next one, right? So discover, number one. Number two, you have to read it. Those articles or those blogs or those posts that are absolutely related to the topic that you are going to write down, you just have to read them completely. And once you discover and read it, then you have to sit down and write down depending on the structure that we have discussed, that is the why of the blog, then the pain you have with the problem that you have discussed in the first part, and then the solution, right? So write each blog that you are going to write in these three formats, fine? So how you are going to curate the content very fast is, number one, you are going to discover the content. you are going to read the content and then you are going to write the content out of the summary of the blogs that you have read or the articles that you have read, right? The next part in this is from where you will curate the content is from the curators. That means the magazine people, the newspapers, the infographics in Pinterest, the articles in Facebook, the articles on Tumblr, the articles on any blog site that you are visiting regularly, or anywhere, even in a video you can get that article or that particular content that you are looking for. From there you can curate the content. Curating the content is taking the content so that you can modify it in your own words and you can include it in your blog as a content. Now remember, the more reliable the content is, the better will be your reach in depending on the basis of the topic that you have selected, right? So be very specific when you are doing this, and for this you have to download a engine that is called as Pocket, and you can save the articles in the Pocket, and at your leisure you can go through the articles and make points from the articles, and then you can start creating your own blog on the basis of that, right? So this is the key of curating the content successfully so that you get noticed and your blog gets noticed and publicized very fast, because it is relating to the topmost content that has been discussed in relation to the topic that you have selected to write about, right? So this is all about curating the content on a blog. A further detailed of these topics that I have just briefed with you has been given in the worksheet. You can download the worksheet, and I have even shared the websites from where you can curate the content, and the websites like Pocket and Buffer where you can save the content for further reading and how you are going to process it. So all the information is being summarized in the worksheet that is attached with in resources with this lecture. Please go and reflect it back, and if you have any questions, leave them in the question and answer component of the Udemy platform, right? So let's see you in the next chapter, that you have decided your niche, you have given a name, you have found out what topics you are going to make the content, you have curated the content also. Now how you are going to make it known to the world. Let us work on that on the next chapter, that is publicize your blog. Okay, then till then, take care, bye bye.